Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Moments with Kate. And if you know me, you know by now that I am a huge Monos luggage fan. I have been purchasing from them for years and I could talk about them forever. So I had all of my collection out today. I was just sort of doing an audit of everything, getting ready for a few large trips in the next month or so. And I thought, you know what? Now that it's all out, I might as well walk through every single item in my collection. I think I have over 11 items from Monos, so that really speaks to my love for them. And just walk through some of my faves, some that I don't use as much as I thought I would, just so you really know what you're purchasing is really worth it. But let's jump into things. I think my first purchase was probably about 3 years ago, and it was their classic carry-on plus size in Desert Taupe. So that's this one right here. And it's done me really well. It started my love for everything. And this is a tricky size for people. They don't feel they feel like it's a risky purchase because it really pushes the limits of what airlines consider the maximum dimensions for carry-on, and so people get naturally nervous about that. I personally have never had an issue with it. The closest I've come is a flight with Air Canada to London. I don't know the exact model of the plane, however, I couldn't fit it vertically in the overhead cabin. Luckily, by some miracle, it still fit obviously horizontally and people were able to stack their other things on top. Worst case scenario, it just gets checked at the front of the plane. It's not a big deal. However, it was still a little scary. On the exact same flight home a few days later, it must have been on a different aircraft because it fit perfectly vertically then, so who knows. I would say if you're traditionally going to be flying on a lot of smaller planes, local flights, things like that, definitely go for the regular carry-on size. But if you tend to be an international jet setter and you're on a lot of larger planes, then I do recommend the carry-on plus. After that purchase, I started to explore their backpacks and duffels. I think these two were my first purchase, sold separately. I got the backpack first, and I was done being a student at the time, but I work in tech, so I thought that this would be perfect for my laptop, notebooks, anything like that. And I really like the dynamic pockets where you can take things off and put them back on. And it really clasps very easily. Some people have asked if I've ever lost it because it can just be pulled and taken off. I haven't. And I think the nice thing is I don't think anyone would know how to do it. If someone wanted to grab it really quickly, I've never had an issue with that either. I will say I just read that they redesigned both the backpacks and the duffels. I think people didn't appreciate the clasp, and so it's a much sleeker design. I definitely recommend taking a look. I'm tempted to go buy more because I really like the updated design. This is definitely my ultimate favorite backpack. I'm a backpack hoarder. I have so many. I'm very picky about them. And this is my go-to through and through. It doesn't matter really which color. I just always pick my Monos, and I'm gonna get a few more. I prefer the vegan leather over the nylon. It's only a bit more money, but it really is like an elevated look, and I really think I can use it for many occasions. I find I use the ivory ones. I don't know if they're actually called ivory on the site, but I consider them ivory. I use those ones in the spring and summer, and I tend to lean towards the more chestnutty color in the fall and winter. So I kind of have it covered, but I still have my eye on the green and black backpack. So being entirely honest, I would say the duffels are my least used item out of all the things I've purchased from the company. And that's because it's just a bit too small in my opinion for the use that I use it for. So this would be perfectly fine for a 1 to 2 night sleepover at max for me personally. But I tend to go on weekend getaways for more than I would say 3 to 4 nights. And so just based on, the thick sweaters I wear, I'm a bigger person, so my clothes take up more room. It's just not big enough for me, so I don't reach for it too much. The number one request I have for them, hopefully they're listening, is that I would love one that's just a bit bigger. I would say to about here would be perfect, and I would go everywhere with it. So hopefully they come out with an extra large duffel because I would be the first to buy it. Next up, I want to talk about the hybrid carry-on, which are these two right here. I love this luggage so much. It's like the regular ones, but just that much more elevated. It doesn't have a zipper. It has a security double clasp lock there, and it's just a bit more of a hard shell. These ones are a bit more soft. They're all considered hard, but that one just has a bit more flexibility versus these ones. They also have reinforced corners, so if you're really getting it banged up and things like that, it's gonna last even longer. And as heavy duty and industrial as they look, they are still incredibly lightweight. Like there's no issue here, but it is really sturdy. And you know, like it's hard because you want luggage that's sturdy and looks nice and all that good stuff, but it's also getting thrown around a lot and you spend a lot of money on it. So it's a weird situation, but I feel like with this one, I'm proud to carry it around. I know it's gonna do the job. And it's sort of that brushed metal where I'm like, it's not fragile, where I feel like, oh no, I spent all this money, I don't wanna use it. It's perfectly fine. They all come with sort of like magic eraser sponges to clean them off. So I've used this many a times and you wouldn't really know it. It still looks pretty snazzy. Now that far one on the end, the green one, that is the check-in medium size. And with my traveling, I've never checked in a bag, which is wild to say, but I just hate the thought of it, especially with everything going on with travel right now. I really don't trust it. But I knew it was time. I needed at least one check-in luggage in my collection, because I do plan on going on a few larger trips that are going to take a few weeks, and so I will need that. And I knew if I had to get one, it was going to be Monos. And that color is my ultimate all-time favorite color. No matter what I'm buying, it's gonna be green. And so I knew I also needed a bit of Monos green in my collection. So just bought that, just came in today. And so I don't have much to say about it yet, but I think with check-in, there's very few hiccups that will come along the way as far as like sizing. It's more weight, but I will let you know as I go along with it. I think a lot of people don't know that Monos has smart water bottles, which are really cool. This one is sort of a hard shell stainless steel type water bottle, and it comes with a smart lid that uses UV rays to clean your water. So I rarely need to charge it. I use it all the time, and I charge it like honestly once a month. And yeah, it just uses UV whatever technology to clean your water. And obviously I wouldn't use it for like literal dirty water that you could see. But if I'm in an airport or at a water fountain and I just don't feel great about the water situation, I know that this is going to do that extra layer of cleaning and really help give me peace of mind, which is important during times like these. So I've purchased probably 5 of these. I've given them out as gifts. I think they're a really nice gift, a really nice stocking stuffer. So I have had my fair share of buying these, and I really like them. And I really like that everything sort of matches. It's all a very similar colorway, which is cool. Okay, final product type are these fanny packs. I think they call them Metro Slings because that sounds way cooler, but they are fantastic. I wear them across, like as a crossbody, and this is my go-to. I don't really carry a purse anymore anywhere. This is what I grab when I'm leaving the house. It's perfect for carrying my keys and my wallet and hand sanitizer, whatever it is. And yeah, I just don't go anywhere without them. They have a back pocket. They have a few organizers on the inside. There's like a back pocket there. And what I really like again with this vegan leather is it's just a bit more elevated. I know people are going crazy for the Lululemon belt bags or whatever they're called, but I think this is just a bit nicer. So I have this one, I have the nylon one, but I really, again, really love the vegan leather. I think it's so nice, and now I want to buy another one now that I'm talking myself into it. So I would say naturally I use the Metro Sling more than any other product, and you'll always find me in this because I love it so much. So that's everything. I think with gifts, I've probably purchased over 20 times from this company. I love it so much. I love their team. I love that they're Canadian. They work so hard and they care a lot about feedback. As you can see, they're making iterations based on people's feedback. So I just can't say enough about them. I love them so much, and that really speaks to the love. So I appreciate you sitting down with me and doing this impromptu video to learn more. But if you have any questions down below, please let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.